As of today, you're now officially the Master Dragon Feeder. And we're feeding the dragons again 100 times. Golly gee, you'd better not. No one has ever been able to complete it, although I did hear a tale about one legendary attempt. The man reached 99 before he suffered a heart attack. You still want to try? Of course. Fine, give it a try. 100 times, eh? Okay, I'll be counting. And here we go into our feeding. Now, I have this super sped up because we're feeding dragons 100 times, and it's ridiculous. You'll notice that I spend a lot of time within the lower left-hand corner slow up. This is because that gives me enough time to get to the dragons. You'll notice that I missed one already, and I was doing that one at full speed. For the first little bit, it's pretty manageable, but once you start getting up to 40s, that is very hard to do without doing it slowed down. So my typical tactic is, especially once they start getting into a rhythm where it's like the first two and then the last three, is that I'll feed the first one or two, make sure I'm full, and then get the last three. So I try and keep a full 3 on hand as much as possible. And you can see that's doing me pretty well here as we are almost up to 90 at this point. And you know, it's pretty quick once you do 5 at a time. It's pretty quick to get through. Only need 2 more at this point, and that's it. So we made it to 100. Oh, golly gee, he succeeded. As of today, you're now officially the Master Dragon Feeder. Excellent. A job well done. Here's a little something. Got an iron vest. Come feed the dragons for me again sometime. And that's what happens if you actually feed 100, which is mostly only possible with the time thing. I literally just had this on. So for the beginning, I tried to do it without, but for the most part, I just had this on, going back and forth. You saw it. So yeah, that's how you do that. Woo! Party time. Time to go storm the manor. So here we are in this trap again, and Kid just laughed. The guard goes, "What's so funny? You dragoons are a bunch of dagnuts. You're asking for it. Take it easy. So you're afraid of us, eh? Chicken! This should be interesting. Let's teach him a lesson. Open it up. Man, don't be taken in by her fast talk. Bring it on, chums." And the middle guy unlocks it. Now get out. We're allowed to, run around, do whatever. Get ready for a fight. And then we open it up and they say, "We'll teach you a lesson." And we get into this battle. This is a battle we don't have usually, because usually Kid just comes and jumps the guy after the other two leave and we call it a day. Actually no, I do think we have a battle when they come back. So that's after we get out. But again, this battle's super easy with our new upgraded weapons and skills. So basically you're just doing the fight instead of having to rattle the door until Kid comes to rescue you. Another difference, if you have Kid in your party, you must have special permission to enter. These guards aren't knocked down yet. What's with you guys? Say the password. I don't know. Long live General Viper. Karsh rules. Dragoons forever. If you don't choose anything within a certain time, the password is silence. So it gives you time to look through the options, but if you don't choose anything right away, they'll say, "Correct. Password is silence. You may enter." If you choose the wrong one, you'd get in a battle with them, have to fight them here. So, really, either way, you get through here one way or the other. Additionally, once you're in the treasure room and step inside, Kid will separate herself from the party, run forward. This is great. But looks like the frozen fly might here. Oh well. Let's just take what's here. So mostly just flavor stuff. From there you can do as usual, you know, take the sword, take the armor, you know, what have you. So overall, pretty similar, just a few flavor differences with the text. So here we come to another crossroads that we hit the first time through. We have the choice that we made before, which is find a way to save her. And we also have I don't know. And since last time I did find a way to save her, this time, I don't know. Hey, wait a minute. She's your partner, ain't she? Aren't you gonna do anything? You get multiple chances to say, yes, we're gonna find a way to save her. There's nothing we can do. Hold it right there. You've got no right to keep that girl's amulet. Leave that thing here. What's wrong? Hurry it up. And you lose the astral amulet right away. And Korcha puts it back over there. This is disgusting. It's turning out to be a bad day. And then he leaves. So we're left with no kid in our party, no astral amulet, so we can't world hop. So, yeah, we're left in a weird situation. And if we go back over here, like this is where you put the amulet, but we can't pick it up. Can't talk to kid. Can talk to the nurse, who just says, don't give up hope, we'll do our best to save her. But like, we've already said there's nothing we can do. Doc's not here anymore. Like, everything's crazy. We come out here. Oh, there's no one at the boat. How the heck do we get out of Goldove now? So that becomes the question is, how do we even get out of here? So, on that note, we're gonna go up to the residential tower. Now, I haven't put any equipment or anything back on Pashul, so I will need to do that before I get into another fight. But I don't plan on getting in a fight right now. What I need to do is look for Korcha to see if he'll give me a ride back. Ah, here he is. What do you want? You need something from me? I don't want nothing to do with you. Get out of here. You've got something to say? ... Ha, it's got nothing to do with me. You're distracting me by standing there. Will you hurry up and get out of the room? So if we try again... He goes through his whole spiel. Got something to say? Need to borrow your boat. Lend you my boat? Huh, no way. Why should I lend you my boat? Sorry, pal, go find someone else. So now we see we can't do anything, and then we hear, hold it right there. Ma, why are you here? You said you were going shopping. Don't you start arguing with me. Aren't you gonna help your friends when they need you? I thought you were acting strange when you came home, but I don't remember raising my son to be so inconsiderate. Oh, leave me alone. These guys ain't no friends of mine. The first place, this has got nothing to do with you, Ma. Why should I lend my boat to guys who abandon their own partners? Hey, wait a second. After overhearing that, I can't let you give up on your partners. I don't see that blonde girl in red. What happened to her? So what's going on? I'd like you to tell this old lady your story. And so we do. We tell her our story. I see. That's why she isn't here. Explains why you were upset when you came back. You're a helpless boy, aren't you? This boy only said he doesn't know what to do. Don't you think that's a natural response? You were just saying that out of spite. What would you have done if you were in his shoes? Come on, speak up, Greg. Well... You see, you're just the same. Now apologize to this boy. Sorry about that. I just lost my temper. Good, that's settled. Now that you understand, go help these kids out. Hey, that's a completely different story, Ma. I can't lend them my boat. Don't be such a miser. Just lend them a boat or two. If you're so worried about the boat, just tag along with them. It's that simple, Greg. You say a boat or two, but that's the only one I have. Besides, I've got nothing to do with... You're such a blockhead. Then I will borrow that boat. You never stay put, so it's a good time to do your chores. Go take care of Marcy while you're at it. AKA Mel. Do you understand? Oh God, you gotta be kidding. Now, what is your name, young man? Your name is Serge. Okay then, Serge, nice to meet ya. My name is Matcha. You can call me Ma or Matcha, whatever you like. I'll be waiting at the docks. Call me when you're ready to leave the village. By the way, Serge, you should go see the village shaman. You look like you're lost, and she may be able to help you get back on your path. And then she comes running back in. Alrighty. Oops, almost forgot. Came back to get some things I left behind. Okay, Serge, call me when you're ready to go. This isn't anything special, but go ahead and keep it. You know what frames are, right? This frame is called Tropical Paradise. I love it, it's gorgeous, and I want it. Okay, Serge, I'll be waiting for you at the docks. That is going to be going from when I switch frames, that's going to be going from one frame that I got here, which is the Goldovian stitch I'm using currently, to another frame I got from here. But in the meantime, we are going to go ahead to the shaman. We're going to see if she says anything differently now that we're choosing to go without saving Kid. Like, it's not a, no, I won't save her, it's a, I don't know what I can do. Essentially. So we'll go in here. We will talk to the shaman. Welcome to the Dragon Shrine. I am Dana, a shaman serving village chief and high priestess Daria. I presume that you have come to this shrine seeking assistance. Please don't hesitate to ask Chief Daria for guidance. And Serge steps forward. You possess a young but gentle air about you. There is an odd wind that is whirling about. I have heard that such wind bearers appear at times, but... You speak the truth that you are already dead in this world. I see, so that's why you have an odd air about you. As for a way to return to your original world, I do not know. But there are always reasons why such phenomena occur. The land of Genesis, your only key may lie there. The key that connects your world to this one. Shall we say it is a dimensional distortion of sorts? And that's what she tells us. So now that we've done that, we can go back, find Matcha, and get on our way. So yeah, you come this way, you do this path instead of saving Kid, and you can no longer recruit Korcha. So there are 3 characters that are locked off to you now. Trying to remember all of them. Korcha is 1. I believe Mel is 1. And Rasley. So none of those 3 can be recruited now. Are you ready? Ready. Okay then, let's get going. Alright boys and girls, all of you get on the boat. file right on to the boat. You know, if we hadn't recruited Pashul, we actually would not have had enough people to make a full party once Kid, you know, got poisoned. Oh, little Pashul. Little Pashushu. There in the end. So cute. I want to pet her. She's adorable. Anyway, so plus side about this is I don't have to deal with their slow driving. I can just fast forward through it. One thing I love about New Game Plus is that I don't have to deal with drive speeds as much. I can just fast forward through things. Hey! By whose permission are you docking that boat there? Get that thing out of here right now! You got a problem with that? You don't see any other boats needing a dock, do you? That's not the point. What I'm trying to say is... cut the jive talk. Yes, ma'am. So, whereas Korcha had to bribe him, she just straight up puts her mom face on and intimidates him, and it's great. Okay, we're in Termina. Do what you need to do. Will do. Let me talk to her for a second, though. Okay, she just says that. So we run over here. So this has skipped a huge portion of... Well, not a huge portion, but a significant portion of what we did before with the Hydra. So we don't have to do that. We don't have to go to Hydra Swamp. Which means that for this conversation, we don't have Kid in our party. So we have Glenn talking about the general and his men, seem to have heard of the frozen flame. Invade. I don't know if it'll be right. We did have Kid last time we were here because he talked through the description, I believe. I think so. Anyway, player moving to the fort for a while. So they said, look, going to the fort. She felt very uneasy, blah, blah, blah. What you gonna do? And he hops down. Will act in accordance with my faith, even if I have to break military regulations. Must go. Ma'am, I will come back to buy flowers for you when I return. Take care. And he walks off. And hops away. So that's an interesting thing. Whereas with the other one, we talked about having to sneak in. I skipped through some of that. I'll slow it down and voice it over in post, but basically instead of having that conversation of we need to break into the fort and him threatening to draw his sword, he just kind of hops away at that point. And we don't really know where he went, so if we go back here and talk to Matcha knowing that we need to get into Fort Dragonia now. I'm gonna head home soon, but what you gonna do now? I don't know what happened 10 years ago, what's going on now, but don't you want to get things straight? Or do you just want to go live somewhere in peace and quiet? That is an excellent question. So, live quietly. Well, if you say so, there's nothing more for me to say about it. You don't have to make some epic journey to find happiness. But this old lady thinks you should have a little more adventure when you're young. Sure you want to stop here? Yeah, I'll live on quietly. Well, if you say so, and then she just goes into this whole spiel. No, I'll set things straight. That a boy, I knew you wouldn't give up. Life is a journey to find yourself. It's how everyone grows up. So where do we go to find out what's going on? What? You say we need to go after Lynx and General Viper at Fort Dragonia. Did you hear? Fort Dragonia is a ruin of the extinct Dragonians. People say they conducted strange ceremonies, and most folks from Guldove won't go near the place. Gotta wonder what they're up to with the dragon tier there. Gives me the chills. Also, you gotta go there through Mount Pi to get to that fort. You're gonna need to get there by boat. Exclamation marks. I know, you could borrow this boat. Just a little farewell gift from me. Don't worry, that brat son of mine's not gonna use it for anything good anyway. Serge borrowed the boat from Matcha. And Glenn walks up. I need to borrow a boat. Oops, you are just a tad too late. I just lent this boat to someone else. Ask this boy here. I need to borrow a boat. I'm trying to get to Fort Dragonia. Fort Dragonia? Wow, what a coincidence. These boys have some business there too. You are the young man that gave us the bellflower. Thank you again. Miss Hum greatly appreciated your kindness. You two already know each other? What great timing. On the road you need a companion, in life you need kindness. Join in with them on their trip to the fort. So what will it be? Obviously let him join. Thank you. I have a suggestion before heading to the fort. When we get on the boat, first head north and then east. You should find a small island there. A retired Master Knight of the Dragoons named Radius lives there now. When me and my big brother were young, he used to look after us quite often. We should go ask for his advice before going any further. There are many frightful rumors about that fort. Who knows what to expect there? And with that, Glenn joined our party. So super quick, gonna pull up my list and see what the name would have been. Again, just a reminder, I'm not changing names this time. So his name would have been Romeo. But we are gonna keep it as Glenn for when we go through our Techapalooza a little bit later. Just to make things easier on me. I am going to switch out. Glenn is a green in it. I'm going to switch out Pashul for Glenn. And we'll get that all set up later. I'm a little worried about you. Do you want me to come along? Let her join. That is 2 characters in quick succession. Matcha joined your party. And her name would have been... Thank you. Nope. Would have been Lauren. So if I were changing names, she would have been Lauren, Glenn would have been Romeo. So, Matcha is a red in it. So now we do have someone from each duality. We've got white-black with both Guile and Surge. We've got yellow-green with both Pashul and Glenn, and now we've got red-blue with Matcha. Just red, but, you know, we're partway there. I actually think I will swap her out for Guile, which means I'm going to have to do some party restructuring, but that's fine. We'll get that sorted out later. And so we've got that. I just realized that I should have kept Guile in my party because before I head out, there is something I'm going to do that is unique to doing this particular path. So I'm going to quick stop in the inn and switch back out for Guile. Because you remember when we got him, he had a specific reason for wanting to go to Viper Manor. He had a bet to complete with the fortune teller on the bridge. He needed to bring the item of proof from the manor, specifically from the dining hall, within a week. There is a chest in the dining hall that is a dragoon's honor, I believe. It's some dragoon item. So basically just go into the dining hall, open all the chests, you should be fine. And then you come talk to the fortune teller on the bridge. And they come in, they look at everyone, and they go, "Who might you be? Fortunes be good, fortunes be bad. Anything from reading your destiny to searching for the missing. Do you wish your fortune to be read?" And we say yes, and who would like a reading? Kyle would. Grin. "So, Guile, how did it go? Did you find the item?" "See for yourself, ma'am. Here is proof of my intrusion into Viper Manor. I ask that you give me my reward, as promised at the conclusion of our bet." It is my loss this time. Here is the reward I promised. Take it away." And we get a brass rod. So first time through, this is useful for getting a better item for him. You? Well, this is interesting. You're not dead or anything, are you? Has anybody called you back from the great beyond? This might be the key to the destruction of this entire planet. Can't say for sure, but fate seems to have a great task for you. Be careful now, boy. And the fact that the fortune teller goes in and actually does this for Surge, even though Surge didn't ask to have his fortune read, is kind of interesting. But yeah, so first time through, if you have Guile, that's a pretty good reward for upgrading his equipment. Because he would come in not with a brass rod, but with a porcelain rod, I believe. So ivory, essentially. So board the boat. And with that, we've seen some of the branching paths, some things that change having Kid go through the manor. Instead, we've seen the mythical 100 times feeding. And my recommendation for why this really can only be done, or at least it could probably be done if you're really, really good on a first time through, but it's much easier to do on a New Game Plus. And having seen that, you might be able to see why, considering how much I had the slow down button pressed during that. But having gone through the manor, seen some of the differences, chosen not to save Kid and instead go try and figure out what's going on in the world, we have Glenn and Matcha in our party now, and we're skipping the Hydra Swamp and gonna go forward and see where we go from there. So I will see you next time when we explore more of what this different path is bringing us. So I will see you next time. See you then.